Today we're talking about Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU. We know that he opted out in 2020, but do you think he's a top 3 fantasy wide receiver in this upcoming class? Let us know in the comments. Brad with RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com. Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, why not? Do it. If you are, thank you. Drop a like. We want to see this video hit 200 likes, and we appreciate everything you guys are doing. Don't forget to check out RookieDraftGuide.com for more information. Jamar Chase was a 4-star prospect coming out of Archbishop Rummel in Metairie. Hopefully I said that right, Louisiana. He's a 4-star prospect, 84 overall in the nation when it comes to 247's rankings, and that hype continued through college. So 2018, obviously he was just starting and getting his feet wet at LSU, and you know, got a little bit of action. 10 games, he had 23 receptions, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, 13.6 yards per catch. Obviously everybody saw 2019. That was a monster year for not only Chase, but that entire LSU offense. Finished the season with 84 receptions, 1,780 yards, 20 touchdowns. That's 21.2 yards per catch. That's bonkers. I mean, that's amazing. And we saw this profile, and it continues to develop, it continues to grow. Now, obviously, he opted out in 2020, and no grudge there. Really, what more was there to prove? He had an elite quarterback, an elite offense, a championship caliber squad, and he was the number 1 focus. That's huge. In an offense full of stars, he was the cream of the crop, and we see that moving forward into the upcoming draft as well as into the NFL. With that being said, his NFL outlook is very bright. Now, obviously, we didn't get any film in 2020, but RookieDraftGuide.com, we've got film up there for you to watch. You can see what we've been seeing and what our team's been looking at. There's so many games from 2019 to look at to see the highs and the lows of Jamar Chase. You know, Georgia was a game that he probably wishes he had back. Wasn't his greatest game. We watched Texas A&M. We saw plenty of solid tape to show us what we needed to see out of him. He is an elite prospect, probably, you know, top 2 wide receiver in this class, depending on how you feel about Heisman Trophy winner Devonta Smith. The great thing about him is he can do it all. He can play strong at all 3 levels. He gets great separation, does a great job of manipulating the defensive back to help kind of get where he needs to be. He's a great route runner. And if you've listened to Rick and I and the team over the years, we love great route runners. If you're a great route runner, we're very confident that you're going to be a great fantasy wide receiver. And Chase has all that in spades. He's strong. He goes up and high points the ball well and attacks the ball at the high point. What we expect at the NFL level is nothing short of, you know, being a wide receiver 1, quite honestly. He's got all the makeup of being a team's go-to option. He can play on the outside. He can play on the inside. You've seen teams in the NFL nowadays moving their top option around to give him the best matchup to be successful. You know, think of the Michael Thomas's of the world where you're on the outside or on the inside based on the matchup. Now, Jamar Chase, when you look at what comparable people there are that or have been at the wide receiver position, a name that stands out that I've seen other folks kind of mention as well is Roddy White, former Atlanta Falcons star receiver. He kind of was the bridge with Julio. He's got that dynamic ability. He's really good separating. He's really good catching the ball at all 3 levels, whether it's deep, you know, medium, short area game. I mean, he's got it all. Now, obviously, we've seen what he can do in an elite offense. Now, obviously, he's going probably at the top of the draft, somewhere in the first, 10 to 15 picks would be kind of what we're expecting in the NFL draft. In your fantasy drafts, top 2, 3 would be my projection, my personal projection. But remember, let us know in the comments below. Do you think he's one of the top couple options in your rookie drafts coming up? Because they're going to be coming quick. Time is of the essence. So we are here at rookiedraftguide.com to help you get ready. You can see what we've been seeing. You can see, if you become a patron, you can see our ratings. You can see what the guys are saying about the players. There is also some content on there that will wet your whistle without being a patron, but we encourage being a patron because you can see everything we're seeing. You talk to us, you get everything that we're thinking about. And Ja'Marr Chase is one of these guys that he's got great route running, he's got great hands, ball skills, post catchability, yak. Reading through the comments of the team, I did see the word yak monster written down in the comments. You know, there's a lot to like about Ja'Marr Chase. The biggest thing that you have to decide when it comes to where you're picking in your rookie drafts with Ja'Marr Chase is your team in a place where you need to build a strong core for the future? And if you're picking one of the first few spots, potentially that is the case. Ja'Marr Chase is a cornerstone type piece. You know, think about Justin Jefferson came out of LSU last year and erupted this year. You know, now he's the hot new name in fantasy because of his season. And he wasn't even the top option at LSU when he was on the field in an elite offense. And look what he did with a okay quarterback, a strong ground game, and other comparable pieces at tight end and wide receiver in Minnesota. That gives you the framework. Ja'Marr Chase is a better prospect coming out of college than Jefferson was coming out. And Jefferson went back into the first round in the NFL draft. So we're excited about the prospect of Ja'Marr Chase, not only for your fantasy roster, but just in general. I mean, he does everything. He can be a team's featured receiver. Has no limitations. So he could go and play in any style of offense with the way that he plays and the skill set that he has. You really should have no problem seeing him go to any of the top teams and become successful. Now, if he's going to one of the teams that doesn't have a strong receiver core, teams are going to be double coveraging. So he's going to have to work on some of the physicality that'll come with being covered by, you know, potentially 1-2 top NFL players as opposed to, you know, an NFL caliber talent in college and then maybe not so much NFL caliber talent in college. You know, when you think about like 2019, like his game against Vanderbilt, some of those things, you might not have been seeing elite level prospects, but he just dominated. I mean, he showed you everything you needed to see. You know, he played well against Bama and Ole Miss and Clemson. I mean, it's hard to explain how well he does at everything. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you watch that 2019 footage and it's very strong. He's very good at releasing. He's very good at everything. It's so hard to comp him because he's elite. You know, I like the Roddy White comp because I think NFL Roddy White does what Ja'Marr Chase can do and shows you what Ja'Marr Chase can be. And what that is that's a wide receiver one. So obviously we don't, you know, injuries, things that you can't foretell coming in the future. He should give you, you know, 10 to 15 years of solid production and wide receiver one type value for the majority of that. So in your rookie drafts, that's easy win. That's a win right there for you. Getting that in this draft class, there's probably 2 elite options at wide receiver. Ja'Marr Chase is one of them. You know, so make sure, like the video, do all the things. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you watch this far, you're the man or the woman or the person. You're amazing. What I can tell you is don't forget, rookiedraftguide.com. Answer me below. Let me know what you think about Ja'Marr Chase as a top option in rookie drafts. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit rookiedraftguide.com. We've got Discord. We've got a Facebook community that I see growing each and every day. Comments on here, we answer. Myself and the team, we watch, we answer. We're here to help you. We appreciate everything you guys are doing, and we'll talk to you again in the next Rookie Draft Profile.